And we're back.
Another month. Oh, I'm being less
Oh,
pretentious this time because last time we were all together, I still had the horrific podcast on my little sign as if I'm being a dick going, Mimi, I'm so important, you two aren't. I was like, just me being a twat and forgot to take it off.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't even notice.
I notice afterward, I get really paranoid about shit like that. I'm like, oh my god, they probably think I'm being a pretentious fucking arsehole.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
And then I wrap myself up in guilt for about 2 days over something stupid like that. And then I'm like, nah, well, you're still talking to me, so it must be all right.
Oh, that's funny.
We were just talking about something else on another completely separate issue, but have people had fucking personality removals or what would it be, a personality ectomy or something? Or
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's science-y talk. So yeah, that sounds about right.
yeah, just you put something with that, and basically, why are everybody fucking zombies today? And why can nobody just express themselves and laugh?
Yeah, it's such a novel concept to actually be happy and enjoy things.
And even it doesn't have to be like a permanent state of fit, you know what I mean? Because you can't have everything in balance, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We all have shit days, we all have great days, but nobody seems to at the moment to be able to just fucking enjoy the experience of living.
Right.
I think we're like in the new age of Puritanism,
Mm-hmm.
where everyone's like has to be fucking dar and preachy.
Sans religious
And
cult.
I don't get it, man.
Yeah, me either. I mean, I'm a pretty fucking miserable person, but I still
I hate the
laugh a
world.
lot.
I rant about it. I think most people are dicks, but out of that, I filter through
Mm-hmm.
and finally find at least a few folks I can tolerate and get on with. And do you know what? Life's not too bad. And then you realize, well, I'm not the only one. Sort of things. I guess what, you don't have to agree on 100% fucking lock stock hive mind fucking
Mm-hmm.
Tyranid.
Well, and that shit's so boring, anyways. Like, I had to counsel so many people through that shit. It's like you can have friends that you disagree with. That's fine. Because otherwise,
You
what the
wouldn't have a
fuck else are you
channel.
guys going to talk about? Right? Like, we've been doing this for years.
Sometimes half the fun, like, aha, joust with thee.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking fun.
But where is this? Part of me wants to start studying psychology to try and figure this shit out, but psychologists don't seem to have a clue either. So
Right.
it seems kind of pointless. Where's the disconnect?
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I'd love to blame everything on social media, but it's like
No.
it's
People
like
have
at
been like
some
this.
point people have to be accountable for themselves.
But then beforehand, people blamed everything on the pubs because people got fucking wasted and became alcoholics. It was the pub's fault for existing. Fucking they blame gambling and gambling addicts. They blame this and that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Always the external thing,
Yeah.
and not the I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, right.
Like I could sit here and blame women for all my fucking poor life choices, but it's me being stupid. You know what I mean? For past things, it's just that's you got to take accountability. But
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand why people can't just every now and again just fucking laugh out loud and
Right.
enjoy it. And not everything's a competition or a performance or
Mm-hmm.
sometimes just a conversation. Sometimes just having a wee bit of a laugh. You know,
Right.
I don't get it.
What gets me is people that will actually say LOL. They want to actually laugh, and it's like, are you a fucking robot or some shit? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, you know.
Emotes like a human.
God, what was that movie set in the Western? It was like a Western movie, but they're all robots. It was a futuristic dystopian one. Oh shit!
Was it a
It's like
good one or a bad one? Because
it was cheesy as hell. You know what I mean? Because
okay,
they did that. You know, it was the person, and then they do the camera shot, and then it would be a mannequin. You know, moving robot. So they go from
I'm trying to
like
remember.
being a complete human actor to looking like the robot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
what's his face was
I'm
in it?
trying
He's in Clint Eastwood movies. He was in no guy always wears the black hat. Can't think. Shit, so I just came to my head, you know, I know nothing about movies, so
right. Let's see.
yeah.
Fucking looking up 'cause that's what
Dystopian
drives me insane.
Western robots.
Is it Westworld? Yeah,
No, it's not a TV series.
No, that's a movie.
That's right, the movie. Yes, that was it. I think.
Yeah, it was the movie because there was the film in 1977.
Yeah, that was
Sorry,
it.
73.
Yeah, it was the 70s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah, it was a weird one, but that's what people have become. They've become automatons, and it's just like we're bitching, Chris, as usual.
We're doing fantastic. How are you today, Chris?
Yeah. Because you look at the world and you go, at least I'm not them.
Right. That is honestly, that's what gets me through the day sometimes. Is just I see how stupid society is, and it's like, at least I'm not that bad.
There you go. August, we've got a busy month coming up for the channel anyway. Freaking loads of shit happening.
Hell yeah.
This Thursday doing Dracula in cinema, so it's going to be fun just looking at all the movies.
Mm.
We're going to look at censorship and horror. That's something people are afraid to talk about. And I hope the guys have got on are going to,
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. It's like that was always like the safe haven where you could do all the shit that you couldn't do anywhere else. And the fact that it's becoming so homogenized and gentrified,
it's because it's
sad.
They're banning the minute you have a horror channel or word, you're getting shadow banned and fucking groups are getting wiped out. And social media, obviously, Facebook's the worst culprit. All the trigger words and the bots are just the minute you put horror, that's it. Fucking
Yep.
So talking about that, and got a few interesting folks coming on as well. It's like a feast or famine because it's crickets. Nobody wants to talk to us, and then everybody wants to talk to us at once. It's like, okay, right, fine. Oh, talking about it, Calvin wants to get on the show again.
You know what? I'd love to have him on again. That was a lot of fun, even though I had to leave early.
Maybe not after this episode. We'll see how we feel about him. So on probation.
This was one of the earlier efforts, so I think he'll give us a little bit of a pass.
But we'll get that. So we've got quite a bit of stuff. Freaking Paramount Plus is going horror-tastic. They're just we've nothing left. We'll just do horror stuff.
I mean, somebody's got to, man. I feel like Shudder has been really lacking, and it's like they're a horror channel, and it's just been sort of like, oh, new season of Joe Bob, and that's what we got for you.
I have yet to watch a full episode of that.
There's a lot of good ones, but it's just they tried so hard to capture the magic that was like his other late night shows, and it's just it comes off a little dry.
I just I couldn't get into it. It's like a lot of the Alvera stuff, everyone gushes about her, and like a lot of stuff you're just like, nah. Just can't get excited the way other people do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'll watch it if I'm at home on Friday night, like early enough to watch it, just because it's kind of background noise. But that's about it.
Yeah.
And then knowing that not always everything is correct, like there was a few bitch fits that were to be made when he was doing like Devil's Reign, like got a lot of shit wrong. It's like, come on, man, you're a journalist, you should know better.
Journalists are crap, honestly.
Yeah.
Like that's another thing. Like there are no journalists anymore. Everyone's a opinionated activist of some description.
Fair.
And don't do. In fact, see some of these articles, you're gonna the cringe will be real. Just the writing and
right.
You're
like everything's just clickbait at this point. Like there's very few and far between do you find an actual well-written, well thought out article.
But that's the thing as well. When everything becomes clickbait, nothing's clickbait.
True. Then that's just me.
Everything's taken up that nth degree, then you can't go any further. So at some point there has to be like let's dial it back down again. Do you remember music's a good example? Like classical music stuff, if they're telling a story, they'll bring it all down, bring it up the crescendo. You can't set up the crescendo the whole time. You have to bring it back down.
Yeah.
To give people a chance to breathe, come back up.
Well, plus it makes it exciting.
Even metal, like metal tunes can't be a solo for the entire song because you've nothing to work up to. You know what I mean? If heavy metal songs were just like guitar solos the whole way through an entire song, well, you can't get excited. You can't,
Yeah.
Here it comes, or dance music, you know what I mean? When the DJ's about to drop the beat, it's the same thing. You just can't have it the whole time, or else it just becomes noise.
Yeah, straight up.
I don't know. Like, this back to what I'm just bitching about. People, why am I'm a fucking socially awkward idiot. Right? It took like 25 years to grow into his own skin. Why do I know more about people? Why have I got more social skills than fucking half the planet?
Well, I mean, that makes sense because we're outsiders. So, of course, we're able to observe without actually having to interact.
So I just don't get it, man. I'm the one that should be having the problems here. Why am I explaining to normies like how to interact with each other, or even fucking say things like please and thank you and stuff?
Right.
It just can't. I was on a role playing group on Wednesday, and I was starting to. We're having a break, but we're still live, and I was starting to talk about all the idiots that don't come on this channel, but kind of will drop a random message and won't follow it up. And you're like, okay, cool, send me an email, you hear nothing. Or can we do this? Well, you've given me two options here. Do you want me to do this or that? Nothing back. You know, and we get hundreds of those sort of messages. Hey man, I want to be on show, do this. You know, okay, you're a writer and you can't like send a message.
Right.
Most times just delete, you know, don't even waste time. Thankfully, we'll get to sift through all that and have actually quite a nice wee group at the moment. People are jumping in and out and interacting. It's what I was hoping it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point of having like that interactivity, was so people would.
Yeah, and it's starting to work because we're doing different segments and that, and people jump in and off as they're available. It's just that's it, and there's a chance to promote somebody without having to buy my works. You know, once again, not being that fucking automaton, buy my stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
just here, share your opinions on this movie. Show that you enjoy the franchise and not just about yourself. You know, and people get interested in you without being a superstar. It's just being an ordinary person, because I think we're craving out for that. What's I tune into the show because you're definitely not ChatGPT. I couldn't program what I was going to say half the times, like with notes, but fucking.
Oh yeah, the notes are just sort of like a suggestion.
It's something to hang on. Okay, did we talk about that bit? You know, it's like once that starts, even before we start going live, it's just we just get.
Oh yeah, no. As soon as like I jump into the chat, it's like, all right, so let's bitch about something else, and inevitably that's how we start the show.
Yeah, because that's fun.
Exactly,
and we can laugh. Anyway, talking about a laugh, I didn't get a chance. I remember I said I was going to watch the first one again, and I didn't get a chance. But
dude, you got to do it, man. It's like I said, first viewing it was a little rough. It was like House of a Thousand Corpses, and then second viewing was very like House of a Thousand Corpses, where it was fun as hell.
Yeah. So The Nun 2 is coming out, and we'll have we look at the trailer now. Do you know when you auto play? I've tried not to watch this. And so I know the bit where they're bursting out through the doors, because I played that 100 times. I was like, fucking stop. No, I'm not watching it. I'm saving it for the endless month. Everything goes out weird times. That's a problem with doing a monthly segment. But shall we dive into it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so fucking excited for this one.
Alex, sorry.
You've seen what
There's something wrong with this
biblically accurate Valak looks like, right?
Something doesn't feel right.
If not, you gotta look at it.
Could you just do that? You haven't sat in the middle of the playground, everyone just walking on past.
Sophie, what happened?
I think there's something here.
Man, I'm so excited for this.
That's not meant to be.
That's good, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
What did you see? saw none.
I saw none in a fucking convent school. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty fucking scary, man. I'd be scared too.
They are.
What's she doing? She's standing there.
This
How is that terrifying?
It's
Like
come back for
just
me.
standing.
This demon was once an angel. Rejected by God.
In the sky.
Stripped of power.
It wants that power back.
Immunity bags?
It's okay to be scared. I'm scared too.
You send that thing back to hell.
Oh, you sent it back to hell.
That clearly doesn't want to go to hell. I don't know though. I kind of feel like
That's
hanging
cool.
out like at a Catholic school would probably be like hell.
Yeah.
At least that seems like hell to me.
This is gonna be jump scare after.
Oh yeah, I mean that's all the like usually the non Conjuring specific Conjuring universe movies are. They're just jump scares, and I'm all for that.
Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. I forgot. Obviously, there's too much time before it came out. Insidious, you went to see it as well, didn't you?
Fuck yeah, I did. That
People are
was
panning it.
great. What's that?
People are panning the movie. I'm like,
It was good. It was great, and like wasn't that like Patrick Wilson's directorial debut?
yeah, he directed it. Yeah, he made
Yeah.
it a good, bloody good movie.
Yeah, I fucking loved it, and it was a
He
hell of
was
a
a
way to
screenwriter as
close
well,
it out.
wasn't he? He had producer credits and he directed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if that is his.
The question people always get mixed up because James Wan is a producer on the Insidious series and obviously Conjuring series as well, and Patrick Wilson is both. People are like, I can't figure out because same actor playing a lead role in names I recognize. But I'm a horror fan, and I've been a horror fan for years. Look at my scary, worry, woo golf makeup.
Right. Yeah, I just don't understand the people that shit on it. Like, I thought it was a great fucking movie. Definitely a fantastic way to end the series. At least I think they're ending the series of that storyline, like that particular family. They're probably going to end up continuing the Insidious franchise, but it'll be.
I said in my review when I did it that I'd like to see it continue on like an adventure series of the almost like the Conjuring that to go and help others. And I'd love to see a father and son team now.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'd be cool with just like fucking Speck and What's His Bucket, like a spin-off series of just them going and being incompetent.
Cool. I thought she was going to be really obnoxious when she appeared. The girl in the school.
Oh, yeah.
And then she turned out to be brilliant. I'm like, cool. And then they like, had a really good chemistry together. So you could almost see those two being like Warren-esque, guys going out to help people. Because she's been touched bad, maybe she gets opened up to the other.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was fantastic.
I genuinely enjoyed it. And just shows what a sick bastard well, because people are like in the cinema going, and I'm like, the vomiting scene, because we haven't seen that 100 times.
Right.
And I'm just like,
yeah, no, this show was great. And it's like I don't think you can get worse than two movies come to mind with vomiting, and that's The Exorcist, obviously. Like that's the one everybody goes to. And then
we're never covering that trailer, by the way.
What's that?
We're never covering that trailer.
What trailer?
Fucking David Gordon.
That doesn't exist. Yeah, no, fuck all that shit.
No, that's
but like that and the first Hatchet where Victor Crowley pukes in a Joel David Moore's mouth Like that's actually Kane Hodder vomiting. So yeah, those two stand out, and I feel like you can't really top that. And if you can, I desperately want to see it.
Yeah. Well, I tried to show you Prince of Darkness, but you didn't appreciate that, you Philistine.
I tried, man. I'll have to give it a second go, but man, it was a tough one.
But we are the old Hollywood machine's struggling.
Man, yeah, I'm not. I'm at odds with this next one. It's like I want to be excited, but at the same time, they
Yeah.
fucking shit the bed every time they try to do a new Wolfman.
God, what was it? Yeah, Ryan Gosling. Apparently, there's a video at the bottom, but I can't be arsed.
Mm.
Not him. I don't know. He's one of them actors I'm like meh about. Like, don't hate him, don't love him. Just he's there. He appears and stuff.
Yeah, it's like some movies he's absolutely necessary, and others, yeah, it's just sort of like he's a background actor.
Yeah, interesting one. But Ryan Gosling will star in the titular Wolfman, Universal's next big monster flick. Next big, you mean rehash of an old one because with no more ideas.
Right.
Like there's a whole world of fucking folklore and storytelling out there.
Well, it's like it's fine to reimagine shit, but like don't do a shit show like the fucking Mummy. Like that was so bad.
I didn't even want. I saw a clip of it and I went, nope.
I tried, man. I tried. I couldn't do it. It was
no. You go further than me. I'm like
terrible.
Nah. But yeah, Derek Cameron's that name's not like they're making a whole big thing about him being together again, working together, and I'm just not making any connections, and I couldn't be arsed looking up.
Yeah.
Like this is supposed to be exciting, and I'm just like, is it? What have we done?
Right.
Okay. Let's get oversighted to make this article. And
I mean that's about how it goes.
Oh, dumb explosions, action movies. Like this is people say, oh horror shit. Well, look at the still that crap.
Right? That's
What's
the thing I don't get. Like, how the fuck is the Fast and Furious franchise even a thing?
Fast and pointless. Fucking what's this?
Yeah.
Number 20 or something? Let's do the same scenes 100 times. Fucking yeah. But you watch shitty horror movies. I'm like, these fucking people care.
Yeah. It's like you're watching a fucking an AI movie essentially because it has the one dumb fuck that wrapped his car around a telephone pole. Like it's fucking whatever.
Yeah. Fucking I don't know. I really like to do anything with Derek. The idea of something just like that just seems really exciting. It's new for both. Why do actors talk like this?
I think it's because they're told to. They're actors. You got to tell them what to do, right?
Yeah, because when they get asked questions, they're like, blah, 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 blah. Like, ask a simple question to an actor on an interview, and it's like, blah, 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 blah. They can't form a coherent sentence.
Yeah, this is funny. Pretty funny.
But yeah, we're getting a rehash of...
You know, I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that, Chris.
And then I had to just stop here because when I was reading through this before we went live, related article. Chris Evans explains why he misses his iPhone 6s just like we do. Do we?
Yeah, that's totally relatable.
To the Wolfman getting
dribble.
remade.
Yeah.
These articles are shit.
Yeah.
That's why it's painful to do them, but sometimes it's good to highlight as well with the other shite that's out there.
Yeah, I don't typically read shit like this until it comes to this time of the month.
Yeah.
Just for this reason, I can feel like my IQ dropping each time I read something like this.
Like, who writes these things? Fucking children? Currently on the plot of the plot of the Wolfman is man gets bitten by werewolf, is cursed, tries to remove curse. True love saves it, but not always. Gets silver bullet at the end. Oh, it's almost as bad as. Do you remember fucking Frankenstein?
What?
God, what's his face? I can't remember the actor. He's one of them actors, same as him, Ryan Gosling. Just he's there, and if you remember Eckhard, something Eckhard. Do you remember that one?
No,
Fucking or sorry, vampires versus gargoyles with fucking Frankenstein sort of creature who's not because he's perfectly human. Super duper. Oh man, it's
no.
Corbin Nash bad. It's like fucking that level of shite.
God, I'm drawing a blank. I need to fucking see this.
Oh, it's I'll apologize now in advance if you're gonna watch it. Accept my deepest apologies for making you curious, because fuck that. That's his problem with mainstream Hollywood. Once they come into horror, they can't get it, and they think action flick.
Mhm.
Van Helsing's another one. Why that one managed to be fun?
Yeah, I was like, I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, it was a fun
Oh,
movie.
Frankenstein. Yeah, no, I
Thingy
completely
Eckhart,
avoided
whatever
that
his
one.
name is.
Yeah, Aaron Eckhart.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember being interested because of the cast, and then I watched the trailer and was like, oh, nope.
Yep. It's
like I feel like the only good in recent history adaptation or reimagining of Frankenstein's monster was in Penny Dreadful. Like, I loved that Frankenstein, or that
he was like a philosopher, a tormented soul, and he flipped from that to like pure rage, and
yeah,
that's a
no,
good series.
it was a
Timothy Dalton. That's the first
great
time I'd
fucking
seen him.
series. Yeah, that was probably the first thing I ever saw him into, and yeah, no, brilliant fucking actor. Like I love that shit.
Oh well, you didn't watch James Bond then? You're not a no. Sorry, I was when you're young, you watch silly things like that.
Yeah, I mean, oh fuck, who was Pierce Brosnan? That was probably the last Bond that I watched.
God, he's absolutely horrendous.
There's
a wooden plank.
Yeah. That was my generation Bond, and that was like, anytime that shit came out, my dad had to take us to see it, and it is what it is.
No, the big thing, Timothy Dalton did 2 Bond movies, and the problem was they were ahead of their time.
Mm-hmm.
They were more for this era, like the Daniel Craig ones, except not as depressing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then he just kind of he did things, but he reappeared again in Doctor Who as Rassilon for a couple of episodes, and then I didn't see anything of him until Penny Dreadful, and like, holy shit, where have you been, man? You're just, you're wasted.
Probably one of them theater actors.
And Eva Green, I have a thing about her. She is gorgeous.
Can't go wrong there.
And she just has a thing about her as well, like, actresses are hot, that's kind of the part of the job, but she's got a way about her when she acts that just real fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was good. Yeah, they're going back. Why are they going back over all these movies? Like, why can't they just leave them alone?
Right.
There's tons of shit. Like, when did it stop? Like, Universal Monsters. Like, I think we're talking about after Clive Barker's done. I think we're going to delve into that or Lovecraft, but it's definitely on the cards anyway. Because that's where most people, like, outside of horror, got their introduction was the Universal Monsters. They are steadfast, based on a lot of little folklore creatures. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when did they stop? When did they stop exploring new creatures, and then everything just has to go back over the same thing?
Oh, it's when executives lost their fucking balls. Like, it's, there used to be this thing called intuition and instinct, and they'd be like, oh, this is a good story, I can do something with it and make some money off of it. And now it's just all what's safe, and quite frankly, that's the wrong way to fucking work in any sort of creative business.
Yeah, I don't get it. But there's an example, just Insidious. It at least made his money back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, $300 million movies are tanking left, right, and center.
Right.
That's the opening week.
That's the funny shit. Is like, what did that go up against? It was something big.
Indiana Jones went up
Yeah,
against,
Indiana
and
Jones, and it did better than Indiana Jones. And I saw both. I would go see Insidious again. Indiana Jones, I might watch at home because I can pause it and take breaks.
I have zero.
But yeah, no, Insidious, like if I had nothing else going on today, I would probably go fucking see it again in theaters because that was a blast.
Yeah, especially the way they use sound. I'll talk about that in a review, just or
Mhm.
lack of sound. That's clever.
Well, and just oh my god, like I fucking love Joseph Bishara's scores. Like the fact, like he is such a driving force behind that franchise. Like I don't know if you ever like actually listened to those scores or just any of his music aside from the movies.
I haven't, no.
Oh my god, it's fucking beautiful. He it was a few years ago. He released basically an unreleased album. It was like lost tapes from the whatever. Basically, it's parts that weren't actually used in the films,
Mhm.
and fuck, it is just haunting as hell. Like it's so great.
Yeah, it's all the combinations. Art as an experience. You know, it's you go there and you get your senses. It's everything you're playing with.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so easy to get right. That's the thing. It's so easy to be pleasing. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated.
No, not at all.
And like I said, they're going back over the universal because they're like, oh, what's safe? What's popular? What can we retell again without having to think about anything? It's like,
Mm-hmm.
and once again, people are talking about diversity and all that. There's a whole world of cultures that haven't even been tapped. You keep going back to the same Germanic folklore,
Mm-hmm.
but you claim to be progressive and inclusive. But how about send a scout out for the price it would take to send a scout out to like a Tibetan temple
Mm-hmm.
and learn about sort of a lot of their culture and characters because every religion, every culture has fables. That's how they communicate and
Yeah.
get ideas. So go look at those fables. There's New Zealand, the whole Maori culture. You can have a look at that.
Mm-hmm.
You guys fucking have an absolute wealth.
Dude, and that's
Right in Hollywood's doorstep.
yeah, that's the
You
shit
folks
I don't
have a
get.
fucking wealth of storytelling and fantastic stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
oh no, what do we do? Oh, think. Oh yeah, let's retell the Wolfman again.
Yeah, I don't get it because I mean, fuck, you look at shit like great example is Antlers. Like that movie was
Oh yes,
fucking solid. It was very loosely based on Pacific Northwest or well, I guess just Northwest cultures. Very loosely based, but it was solid. It was great, and it's like do that. Like you're looking for new stories, pull shit from nearby. Don't go back to shit. Like I could see doing reimaginings, especially with the horror, the Universal monsters on the anniversary. Like I mean,
Nosferatu's coming out this year.
mhm.
120 years, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we did the what was it, the 100th? No,
Mhm.
102 years. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean, over 100 years since the original Nosferatu.
Yeah, it's like that's cool.
okay.
Shit like that's cool. I get
yeah.
that. I mean, I will say I am excited about the last voyage of the Demeter. Like that looks pretty fucking dope. I mean, potentially dope.
I watched the trailer. I'm like, because in the book and Bram Stoker's Dracula, he absolutely annihilates the crew, and there's no clue about what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So unless everybody dies, and they're already setting up a final girl, you know what I mean? It's like you can't have a lone survivor.
Mm-hmm.
The whole point is that ship gets absolutely annihilated and basically bumps into the docks, you know.
Yeah.
And that was a terrifying thing of everyone's massacred. There's no explanation.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
Yeah.
And I've just a funny feeling they're gonna screw with that.
Probably, but I mean, it's nice to see something different at least with a rehashing of a story. But
Yeah, just taking that. Just take one part of it, expand it out.
Mhm.
Just we'll
Yeah,
see.
because like
We'll see.
in
I'm
the
not
original
against
movie, I mean,
checking it out.
it's such a minimal thing, anyways. That's like a handful of scenes, the voyage. So I'm interested to see how it turns out.
Yeah, because it's going to be a tricky one to drag out for. But we watched Blood Vessel. That was brilliant.
That was as not good as it was. That was fantastic. I did really enjoy that one.
That was fun. So you can obviously do a story on the ship,
Mhm.
but vampires just
You got to throw swastikas on them first.
yeah, that's ships with swastikas are brilliant, and Death Ship as well. I covered fucking like, Nazi research, gnarly ships are just pure horror anyway.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
talking of
Anytime you get to see Nazis die, that's a check in that box for me.
anyway, if we're not doing remakes, why not we do some prequels, eh?
Right.
Because that's the next thing. Let's say I don't know what to do. Maybe we'll remake something. I know. Let's do a prequel. Do a story.
It
Really
doesn't
doesn't
need
need
a
to be
fucking
told.
prequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, of course, but I have just as much faith in this movie as the last David Duchovny movie that I watched, which was The Craft Legacy or Craft the Legacy, whatever the fuck it
Oh,
was.
Jesus Christ. That's the one
Yeah,
with David Duchovny on it, wasn't it?
yeah. I'm pretty sure this one's gonna be just as big of a pile of shit.
That was
Because right, that's the
painful.
whole thing is David Duchovny's in it, right? I thought
In the Craft Legacy, wasn't he?
no, in this one, I thought he was in this one too.
Is he? I don't care.
I-
Sorry, I'm just picked up the article to read, and like I tried
Oh.
skimming through it, and like I really don't care about this prequel. It's like the up one. It's like what are they going to do? Reform the Losers Gang? What the Losers Club?
That okay, that I can see working just because of the fact that there is so much story in that whole thing, and there's always the possibility of um it being like from the perspective of Mike Hanlon or right, that's his name.
Yeah, Mike Hanlon. Yeah,
Yeah, like because that's his whole thing in the book is he does the research of all the tragedies. So it's like I can see plenty of room for growth in that and making it work. This I don't know why the fuck they're doing this. And yeah, it is David Duchovny.
is it just going to be that? Yeah, is it going to be Judd bringing his dog back to life?
Dude,
And it's smelling bad.
I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Like stupid. Fucking pointless.
A young Judd Crondall lives his dream to leaving his hometown of Ludlow, Maine behind, but soon discovers sinister secrets buried. But that immediately takes away the agency from the movie because it was the entity that made Judd spread out about the pet cemetery.
Yeah.
So if he's now going to be an active participant in Garden Secret, then he's betrayed himself. Because he even said himself in the first, both the book and the movie. I don't know why I said that, but at least the book explains that it's the Wendigo. It's actually reaching out through the ether and shaping events.
Yeah.
This, I don't get it because the town was pretty much unaffected.
It's like it was one of those untalked about, dirty little secrets. Like everybody knew about it and everybody knew it was bad, but nobody said shit.
Yeah, and the only thing that happened was obviously Judd's dog. That was it.
No, because there was Judd's dog, and then there was the one guy's son who died. Was it Vietnam or whatever? And then there was also that one guy's bull. So there was a lot that happened in Judd's lifetime to have experienced that, other than just his dog. But those aren't Judd's stories. So like, why the fuck would we have them if this is supposedly Judd's story?
Yeah. Thinking back to the Stephen King one, actually, if it was done in the premise of Mike Hanlon doing the research and him starting off each episode, picking up a story, and almost as if he's like a storyteller.
Dude, I would.
And then it descends into that actual story. That could work.
Mhm.
I'd be behind that.
Yeah, I would.
So you have
absolutely
Mike
love that
Hanlon
shit.
doing the research, and each one is a tale that an event that he's
Mhm.
reading about. So he almost comes on like a narrator character at the
Mhm.
beginning. That will work.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But I don't
easily.
think they'll do that because they're morons.
Do a season of the interludes, and like each episode is a different interlude in the book, and man, that'd be fucking great.
And each interludes that the events.
Mm-hmm.
68 episodes could do that nicely.
Mm-hmm.
You can make a few up. Obviously, not everything is in the book was hinted at, but with that you could make stuff up. But I just don't know whether.
Yeah, no, it'll just be following the kids, probably.
Yeah, they're going to try and do like a Stranger Things type. They're going to try and capture that,
Probably.
and that's already gone.
I believe.
Oh, there we go. There's Judd's dog. So
man, why? I don't get it.
It's going to be Discount Church. Let's be honest.
Probably because Church was fucking terrifying. Man.
Yeah,
like,
that
was what scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid. Like seeing that box art. Yeah, that was creepy as shit.
Oh, that must be the Vietnam dude.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, not excited at all.
Yeah, I'll watch it, but meh.
I may or may not because I can't be bothered with extra subscriptions.
I'll sign up for a free trial. That's about it.
Just with the end of it, if they're not releasing it weekly, if they're doing a one drop, then free trial done.
Yep, pretty much. Otherwise, I'll wait to the end of the season and then binge it in a week and then cancel.
Yeah, that's another thing because you're doing What We Do in the Shadows on Evil Lives channel. You're doing a review of that. I can't find that over here. Apart from buying like episode by episode on Amazon Prime, or it's weird because I watched that right up until season 4. When did Guillermo meet up with? He found out he was a descendant of Van Helsing, and he met up with the vampire hunters.
That was season 3.
Was it 3? So I got up to the end of that season. So yeah, beginning of season 4, didn't get the.
Gotcha. That sucks. Season 4 is hilarious.
Without paying a small fortune. It's not that it's not that. I just I begrudge it because it's like, why are you doing this?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's weird. That they like That's why one of the reasons why piracy is so rampant is like make it available everywhere. Otherwise, people are gonna steal shit because they can't see it elsewhere.
Yeah,
but like you guys have Hulu, so there's no fucking reason why you can't watch it on Hulu because that's how I watch it.
No, we don't. Do you know what it is actually? There's a company over here called Sky TV, and they got in first. In sort of cable, and they have all the contracts.
Gotcha.
So that's why we don't have HBO Max over here either.
Oh, that's some shit.
Because Sky TV have sewn it all up, and they effectively have a mini monopoly. Problem is, to watch Sky TV, you need to pay the pedophile tax, and I refuse to do that. The Jimmy Savile Club license fucking fee, I refuse to pay that. That bastard organization needs to die. They are absolute scum. And if that means I don't get to watch everything playing a straight game, so be it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm prepared. It's nothing in my life, I'm quite busy and have plenty going on, so I can live without watching live TV.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I have such a hard time with streaming services because quite frankly, I don't have much time to watch television. Like I get maybe 2 episodes of something stupid once a day, and that's about it. Like an episode of like Letterkenny with my wife before she goes to bed, and then maybe something else before that. So it's I can't be bothered. Like we got rid of Netflix about a month or 2 ago. I keep forgetting about it.
Yeah, there's
what it is.
I think apart from what was it, Archive 81, I've done maybe 1 or 2 other shows on this channel from Netflix because I've just no interest in that platform. There's too much shit on it.
Yeah, it's rough because I feel like the last thing that they put out that I thought was actually worth was the Goosebumps series, Fear Street. Like those were fucking brilliant. But
Oh, we did those, didn't
yeah,
we? Yes,
yeah,
we did those. Sorry, that was
it's like
probably
that
one of
was
our
the
things.
last thing I actually gave a shit about that they did.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Arcade of 81. I thought that was fucking trash. Like that was. I'm glad they canceled it because I would not have watched another season of that.
Yeah. Oh, I mentioned you once or twice during the Underwater review. I don't know if you noticed.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, because that idiot was in it. It was in Arcade 81, and
Yeah.
when I did the review for that, your name got mentioned once or twice.
I would imagine.
There were
It's so
some
bad, it's good, right?
No. Fuck you. Anyway, let's cheer ourselves up because our friends from Acrorstar are got a new Twitter out. Well, it's a couple of weeks old now.
Yeah, this is actually my first time watching it, so I'm pretty excited.
Let's do that one. Yeah, Attack of the Corn Zombies. They just announced they're doing a sequel to It Came From Somewhere.
Yeah, came from somewhere else.
And I'm like,
that's a fucking brilliant title.
I'm looking forward to that one. But this, I've seen the.
This goes out to all the groovy people at the Nest Corn Festival who were just chilling out and enjoying some of the best corn in the Midwest. DJ Smoke and Dan will be heading your way right after the show.
You kids didn't
Oh
go.
man, I fucking love corn, man.
You missed out on Bob's special ingredient that he added to the corn.
I would absolutely go to a corn festival.
What are you staring at, you freak? Why do you even come to these parties if you're gonna act like a bitch?
Who else is to blame, Mom?
That's her out
I've seen
of
the way you
It
treat
Came From
Dad.
Somewhere,
If I
you
was
know
him,
that-
I'd be gone just as much.
Don't you talk to me that way.
Bob was hoping that new fertilizer would help us get the corn on the market faster. We went over to see if we could help him, and he lunged at me. He started biting me.
So it seems like people are coming back from the dead, murdering others, and also going missing, apparently. So that's cool.
Yeah, do the dead people look like that?
Yeah.
It's the festival. Almost everyone in town went, and they're all infected, and the ones who didn't go are about to be.
Yeah, I'd still eat it. Even
You almost got us killed back there.
That's some sort of dead.
Yeah, I'm on board. Yeah, that was one I saw when they I saw the announcement when they were crowdfunding.
We've
it.
got Snow
Completely forgot to get in on that. But yeah, that looks great.
Yeah, I'm already on board. I've backed a couple of these now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did Came From Somewhere Else. Got the DVD for that one. I think that might be the other one. Can't remember if I backed the second or the sequel yet or not. But yeah, okay, some good old fashioned shit. Hey man, I believe
I still
it.
do.
I deserve everything that you said in that. Probably. I don't know. I enjoyed it. It might have been the fact that it was like 2 a.m. and I was drunk as hell when I was watching it, but I liked it. As bad as it was, I at least was entertained.
You just want to look into Kristen Stewart's dead eyes.
Oh God.
And you want to snap her in two and use her as a toothpick or something.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't even think. I can't even be jokey. That thing is fucking horrendous.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if androids are real and live amongst us, she's one of them, but the programming's faulty.
In fact, Westworld's dummies are better than her acting.
Fucking Mannequins and Maniac, the OG one, are better than her. Fuck. And Tourist Trap.
Oh, I did that. Did you see it?
Oh, I saw that. I was like, man, I wish I could get in on that discussion. I fucking love Tourist Trap.
The problem is that they're just such a tiny and I have fucking joint custody of you with
I know.
and your wife. It's like
I know.
I'm sick and tired of having to go to court every time I want an extra live stream.
Right?
My weekend. No, it's my weekend. We fucking agreed. It's my Cameron time.
Right.
Oh man. Yeah, that's just unfortunately with time differences and work and trying to be a productive citizen.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the whole thing about working over 50 hours a week. I don't have time.
Yeah, well. But we do what we can. But I think it's Calvin time.
Yeah, I think hour into the show, let's talk about what we're here for.
Yeah. Right. Let's dive into the release.
Fuck yeah.
Wow. Still need to tidy that intro segue up or something just between the projectors, just not quite sitting right for me.
Damn technology. Anyway, shall we? Yeah. All right, let's dive back in with another Calvin movie with one of the OG ones. What? What? Oh, yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, that's how you listen to this movie. That's straight up what it was like. I
thought the first time, honestly, it was my TV. I'm like, is my TV broken? And then I always have powered accompaniment at certain times. Like Sparky wants to join in with certain movies, he gets really excited, so he's on top of the TV going, what? Flapping his wings like mad. And sometimes I think that's why I miss it. And then I've got it in last night with the earphones in, and you know when you're actually pressing the earphones, going, and you've got everything up loud. Like, this can't go any louder. What the hell is this? And then you start tapping, think, is this broken?
Oh yeah, no, I had quite a few startling like wake up moments because I would have to like turn it up to hear it, and then it would go to an ad and it's loud as fuck and scare the shit out of me. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
What the? This wasn't on my breaking glass, so this was maybe before he got with those guys. But that sound in this, that's never ran anything else. That can be easily fixed. You just render the video again, turn the volume up.
Well, it depends because like it's kind of the same thing as lighting. Like you always overshoot something because you can darken stuff. You can't brighten it without getting a bunch of static. So it's kind of the same thing with sound. Like if it's not picked up initially, yeah, you can crank it, but you're gonna get all that background hiss and stuff. So
I have, but I'm doing the editing stuff for the narrated fiction episodes. You know, that was always a thing. You know, get it the right. That's why I said, you know, my mic's like this when I'm doing it, and then the problem is when I'm like, or do that, or it's like it fucking picks up every bit. But it's like if I don't do it like this, there's a chance I'm gonna miss something, or not speak properly.
Yeah, I'll catch that as I'm like, as I'm like getting into the groove and shit. You know, first it's like this, getting the nice, deep, smooth voice, and then I start relaxing. Then I go through editing and realizing that I've got probably about 10 minutes of me sitting here like this, and it's like, oh great, okay, I guess I got to re-record that part.
Yeah, totally understand. You know, but how did they not pick it? How's this been out for so long and nobody's noticed, or how does it not get picked up?
I'm sure people have noticed, and I mean, this is one of the earliest releases from the 7th Street, because this is what, the third film in their filmography. So I mean, you're working on a shoestring budget, with basically bubble gum and dreams for a budget. I can understand it.
Yeah, just like it really takes you away from it.
I will say, This has probably been my least favorite of all the ones we've watched thus far. The premise was there. I get it. Some of the over the top parts, like the fact that everybody's supposed to be a teenager or younger, but they all look my age, I thought was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's one of the things about that. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But definitely start off annoying stoner bros. Like they're just cannon fodder.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny too, because those guys, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but they returned for it was the next one, wasn't it? Or I guess 2 films later. So
Mutant Vampires.
Mutant Vampires. Yeah, because that was them, right, in the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, cool, we got some reoccurring characters.
Well, it's the same. It's the same 15 actors. You know, it's if you're it's the same with Actorstar. You know what I mean? It's the same group, the acting troupe. You know what I mean? And it's a good and a bad thing. You know, well, it's like a Tim Burton movie. No, I mean, they can't really slide off independent people for
Mike
having
Flanagan movie or any sort of Mike Flanagan project.
Yeah, so there you go. Why can't independent people do it? They have a group of actors, they're locale, they're prepared to make the movies. So yeah, you're going to say, especially if you follow a studio, like say with Actorstar, say with 7th Street, you know, same faces over and over again. That's, you know,
yeah, I can dig
someone would like to see less. You know, someone like this. We'll not go there. But yeah, this is where I get. I don't know what it is about Cal, because I really like the guy. Honestly, love talking to him, and I get his passion. But has he only got one mode of dialogue?
I don't know. Like, I wonder how much of that is just like trying to get it out, like what's on the page, and how much of it is just like a formula.
Yeah, because obviously the premise of the story is we've got not Mormons, they're churches.
I love that they were not Mormons, but they were fucking Mormons.
Yeah, like it's not Mormon as you can get. Because he was afraid of getting the wrath of space Jesus. The 7th floor of the admin building just released the lawyers. You know,
yeah, they do. That's exactly what it is, man. Like, they will sue the shit out of anybody. So, yeah, I get it. I totally understand why it was the church of whatever.
Yeah, but we know.
Oh, yeah, we know. We both lived here long enough to understand the wrath of the Mormons.
Yeah, absolutely. But they're the nice cult. They're the nice religion. Peace and love.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing is, right, we have Martha and Amber. They're missionaries. They're supposed to be like in their teens, but they're like fucking 30 odd plus. I just would have liked it if they had kept the sort of cutesy church voice and then descended into chaos.
Well, that would have been creepier anyways.
Yeah. But not even like 10 minutes in the movie and it's like, fuck this shit. You know, it's like, no. You're supposed to have convinced yourself that you're saved, therefore you can do it, whatever you want, and you're on a mission to get rid of the infidels. So if I had kept that up, but it's every one of his movies that use the same dialogue. Everyone's like, I don't know what it is. They're trying to sound like Southern LA gangster people, whatever. I don't know what the term is.
That sounds close.
But trashy American, you know, it just. And it's like, this is a movie that could have done with holding that back a bit. Just to get the flavor of these are religious zealots, and then particularly Amber's character, as she descends more into her madness, then she goes into, you know, then you can just let out the swearing and all that sort of stuff and the drug taking.
Well,
but
I don't know. I still feel like it'd be a bit on the creepier end if even towards the end when she's out fucking doing rails and shooting people in the face, like even at that point, even when she's fucked up, if she's still holding on to the idea of, you know, keeping a clean mouth and shit like that, like I think that's so much creepier than her walking around with a cigarette and saying fuck every 5 seconds.
Yeah, and that's That's my kind of issue, because you might know I'm no prude.
Mhm.
And there's a reason why this YouTube channel's never getting fucking monetized ever in a million years, because
Right.
even if it did, it would probably last about a day
Mhm.
before they come back and go, you can't say that. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I can. Fuck you.
Yeah,
That's what
right.
it is. Even I fight with Facebook all the time over our shit.
Mhm.
Because they're all like, oh, this is inappropriate. I'm like, fuck off, you fucking moron. Can't
Right.
say he's fucking stupid. And that's my response to Facebook, and then the ban gets taken off. Honestly, when you stop caring, it's just like that. But yeah, just hold back. And there's time and a place, and this would have just, I think, given the depth. Because I think what frustrates me about his movies is all the fucking ingredients are there. He's some great ideas, and it's the execution doesn't seem to, and it's not about the budget. I think it's a lot of me, the dialogue. Yeah, I can just I can't explain it. What's irritating me, because it doesn't take much. I'm not asking for high art or any sort of stupid shit. You know what I mean? I get what he does. It's fucking fun, schlocky horror movies, but help me out. What is it? What is it that's, because I'm seeing a pattern and I can't put it into words.
Well, it is definitely in the editing. Like, there's a way to tighten it up, but I mean, that is something that can come down to budgetary constraints. Like, if you only have so much time to edit, it's like you're fucking cutting shit up, throwing it at the wall, hoping it sticks together, and then you got 5 minutes to edit a movie before it's released. So like, I can definitely understand that. Like, there's a lot of movies that have essentially failed because of a lack of time in the edit bay. So I feel like some of it's probably that. Because yeah, like you said, I mean, the stories are there, the ideas there, like everything's there. It's just not coming out as tight as you would hope for, I guess.
It's a shame, because he's the sort of director, he has that sense of humor, right, that would blow up given the time. I could just see him if he went for just a bonkers mental comedy horror. He'd be brilliant at it. But these, I wanted to like this movie. I liked the premise of it. I liked the idea. I thought it was going to be all the in jokes, but they're just not there. It's just not landing.
Yeah. Well, and I remember from the interview him having issues with specifically the company that released this one initially. So it's like, I wonder how much of it was, fuckery behind the scenes from them.
Could be. Maybe that prompted his move. It's interesting when you can actually have a bit of insight and you're seeing what's going on.
Well, that's why I'm
genuinely annoyed, because it was like, it's there. It's like knowing something's right in the palm of your hand to be a brilliant experience, and then it's just not. Something's taken away from it. Damn, man. But yeah, thankfully this is an older one and not a recent one.
Yeah, no, you can definitely see the progression in the movies that have been released.
Yeah. But yeah, like you brought up, what age are the girls supposed to be? Because it changes from one. There's the one line where Girl Scout Cookie Kid, who looks older than fucking Amber.
Yeah.
And then when she asks her about her children, she's like, do I look old enough to have children? And you're like, am I missing something here?
Yeah. No, I thought that part of it was fucking hilarious. Like, it made me giggle. Especially towards the end when you see the Girl Scout fucking up that dude that was being a shit ass. Which, I'll say it right now, that guy fucking deserved to be murdered.
Well, yeah, but he was
fucking girl
fodder.
Going up to my house every day fucking selling cookies. Yeah, I'd be buying cookies every fucking day. I'd have to probably get my feet cut off in a year or two because of diabetic issues, but I'd have
never like those mint ones. I didn't realize that was that's a major industry over there. We don't have that over here.
Yeah, no, man.
Like proper branded Girl Scout cookies. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, no, man. They don't fuck around. They don't fuck around at all.
Scouts over here like do bake sales and stuff. In fact, that's their organizations aren't really doing too well at the moment. Nobody's kids don't want to actually meeting and interact with each other. They'll do it online.
Well, I mean, I know at least over on this side of the pond, a lot of it has to do with the whole, being molested and shit the whole time.
That,
so I can understand that.
Yeah, that doesn't never good, man.
Yeah.
Fucking, I don't even like kids, but it fucking wouldn't be hard to one, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, it's like, what the fuck is
fucking
wrong?
leave the annoying me bastards alone. Let them be fucking kids. And
yeah, life sucks enough. Let them enjoy life before it actually catches up to them.
Yeah, but that whole you're kids and you're all like the same age group, and they're supposed to be playing this sparkly. What is it? 18 to go on their mission, isn't it?
No, so for girls, I believe it's 21. I can't remember if they've changed that recently or not. But so with boys, it's 18 or 19. I think it's it's either 18 or 19, and then girls,
it's something it's the adult age anyway, because you can't go all around the world and annoy people.
Yeah,
you kind of need to be an adult, but they're still kids. They're young adults. Have to say though, this is Calvin's best role.
Yeah,
out of everything I've seen him in a support role, playing Joshua.
Yeah,
like he hammed it up the nth degree. I'm like, yes, mate, that's you hamming it up in the right setting, as opposed to Mr. X Murderer and fucking random tent that made no sense.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Do you know what it was? Where I could have seen this going to, because you knew that Girl Scout was iffy anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If it had been like a parody of all established religious groups being serial killers and just had it popping up, I think that could have been absolutely hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And these two they think they're on a mission from God, right? And then every time they're going to do it, they keep bumping into another group that's doing exactly the same thing. There's a movie I watched, actually, I talked to the director as well, Rib Spreader, set in Australia, where everyone's a serial killer. You need to check it out. You'd love it, because it's very punk oriented.
I'll have to.
You need to check it out. Brilliant.
What was that again?
Rib Spreader.
All right, yeah. Throwing that shit in the queue.
Yeah, you'll laugh your tits off with that one. And this isn't me punking you, by the way, or setting you up. It's actually a genuine funny movie. I wouldn't do that on you. Some of us value our friendships.
I don't know why you wouldn't, because fuck.
Oh,
I've earned it at this point.
Man, that's crazy. I'm a slow burner, man.
It's not streaming anywhere over here.
Yeah, he's a problem with friggin' distribution. That's in the arse. We're talking about it.
It's such bullshit, man. Because like, I'll say one thing, man. The Aussies don't fuck around when it comes to releasing shit. Like, some of my favorite releases that I've got in the last few years have been Australian exports. I mean, with the exception of like the Witch, the one from, I think it was Arrow or whatever that you sent me. Like,
it was Second Sight.
Yeah, Second Sight. That's what it was. But yeah, like Umbrella Entertainment and
Arrow's doing the Hellraiser quadrilogy.
I saw that.
I've saved that link. I'm like, it's not out to October, but as soon as that becomes available in pre-order, it's like, yep.
Yeah.
That one, some of that.
It looks fucking gorgeous. I saw that box art the other day, and it's like, oh man. I don't have them on Blu-ray. I think I might have to buy them again.
Oh, such a hard life, isn't it?
It really is. It's like Evil Dead, going through my books, my CD books full of movies. It's like, God, how many fucking versions of this do I have? Well, probably not enough.
Always room for one more.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I think that would have been great though, because like that was some of my favorite parts, was the interactions with like the other missionaries from their church.
Yeah,
because they were so, like, those guys were basically, they were spot on Mormon missionaries. Like, that's what they look like, that's what they act like.
That's that overexcited fake voice.
Yeah.
the surprise when you tell them to fuck off, because they're like, does not compute.
Yeah.
Fuck, I remember having like two fucking follow me like down the street. Why don't you want us to talk to you? Like, get the fuck out of my face.
Right.
Seriously, I'm gonna spark both of you out if you don't get the fuck away from me. And just me, the accent, and the fucking just everything, you can just see them, their whole lives falling apart. It's like, this does not happen. Why is this happening? We have to investigate this further. I've never dealt with an angry Brit before. What the God?
Yeah, I'm pretty lucky. Most of the time, they kind of look at me and they're scared of me, so I really don't have to deal with those fucking people. Like it was funny when I got my records pulled from the church, because of course I live in Utah and my entire family's Mormon, so I was raised Mormon. But yeah, after my mother died, I was like, all right, fuck, whatever, I'm gonna get rid of this shit because it doesn't matter anyways. It was just a point, like, fuck these people. When they showed up to my house after me writing them a letter saying, hey, pull this shit, I don't want any interactions. If you guys reach out to me, I will, reach out to a lawyer and fuck you guys over. They had people show up to my house to make sure that I wanted to not be a part of it, and I answered the fucking door, and the look on their face is like, oh, I think we went to the wrong house. And it's like, yeah, you guys just go fuck yourselves.
Said for stealth, I'm a grey man out in public, and then nobody knows what I'm about, and then you just watch their faces go, fuck. Kind of enjoy that. It's like just being I don't like being just stuck in a mode, if that makes sense, because it gives me a chance to observe as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to learn to do that now more than, because I have spent so many time jumping in the groups and with people and just get my head pickled because dealing with morons, and I'm like, nah, I just stay the grey man. Nobody knows what I'm about unless I actually trust you enough, and then take it from there.
No, I mean, that's smart. That's definitely the way to live. I definitely don't, but I totally appreciate that.
No, it's their own, so it makes it different and fun. You know what I mean? We're not all like that. Everyone, there's this whole thing now in society. Everyone must come out of the same mold. Fucking, like I said, automatons and fucking. It's like, get a grip.
Right.
These two must have been about right, because they're wearing essentially the same gear the whole movie, which is span over like a 4 or 5 day period.
Yeah.
Maybe a quick wash up between one of the scenes. Obviously, rinse around the top, but I don't know how they would have done that. They could have changed up their gear a bit. Slightly different skirt or something, or, to make it look as if they actually changed clothes and maybe had personal hygiene.
I don't know. I think it's more scary that they don't, because that's clearly like low on the list of concerns for them.
But yeah, after the first scene, like they're just going about in their not Mormon gear and like fucking drinking from bottles and smoking and shit just right out in the open. You're like, I would have preferred to have seen a double life. I think that would have been more impactful. Do the Mormon missionary thing, not Mormon missionary thing. Fucking Space Jesus is coming for me hard every time. But do that and then descend in the chaos at nighttime. I think it would have been fun.
Yeah. God, going over the notes, it's so funny. Like, why would they fucking answer the doors?
That's got me. Like, every time you're
trying to kill some. No, I get it, because I mean, especially at Homeboy's house, like they get cookies and shit. So I guess it's smart on their part to answer the doors. But yeah, if you're like holding somebody hostage and torturing them prior to murdering them, probably shouldn't answer the door.
And they've already done it once. Like, every time the door knocks, I better go see who that is. Like, nobody knows you're there. Right. What are you doing?
Right.
They could have played a bit more, like, they're looking for an excuse to kill the person. So it's any sort of this, desecration of the Lord or something, they're looking for some reason. I don't think that was played enough a bit, it was hinted there and done, but There was a whole thing that could have been played with.
Yeah, it really wasn't until the first interaction with Christian that they kind of like lay out the cards that that's ultimately what they're doing. And that was what the third person?
Third, right? Yeah, the third house had been to, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, do you want a drink? I don't drink. Do you do this? Fucking his mother's creepy. That's the creepiest character in this.
Yeah.
Is that mother character? Like, she proper, like, wants to shag her own son.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, straight up. The sexual tension is, it's palpable.
Like, she wants to jump his bones. And you're like, okay. Mrs. Bates, all right. It's like, oh, you are having an orgy. Can I join in? Or please be having an orgy. Please be having an orgy. I want to get reamed. It's
right.
Like,
and she finds handcuffs just sitting out in the open, and she's like, It's like, no, man. You're supposed to be like mortified and want to run the fuck out of the house.
And supposing to her own son, like why does she have a key for a start? If she's, he's at mollycoddled, she'd have a key to the house. Don't know. It's these things that annoy me. It's just. I don't know.
The thing is though, like I know people like that, so it's like it's not that far fetched for me to believe.
Yeah, there's some
sad thing.
Interesting folks.
Yeah.
Especially in your little neck of the woods, like the fucking family dynamics in Utah are.
It's a
fucked up.
Whole different fucking ball game out here.
Proper toxic.
Yeah, like, it is a weird bubble of just like there's so much isolation in this area for such a big state and the greater northern Utah area. Like it's so big and there's so much diversity, but it's still just such a fucking sheltered bubble of just weirdness, and not even good weirdness.
No, it's not even fun weirdness. Just fucking. I still like. Sort of messed my head about. I'm not lying, man.
Trust me, there's a reason why I want out of this fucking state.
Everyone's migrating to Texas. Like half of California's moving there. Like, yeah, but these aren't going to change. So you're going to just bring your shit with you, and then
right. Yeah, no, fuck that shit. You couldn't pay me enough to go to Texas. Fuck all that noise.
Oh, good. Oh well. This. Like you said, we should have had more scenes with the church.
Yeah, because we really only got the one.
Yeah, and there was a whole mining's worth of. Like, we should have seen the sponsor, Mrs. What's-Her-Face. Like, we should have seen a scene there, and like I said, they're trying to play the demure little innocent missionaries, and they're getting vibrating, and then that's what it releases the dark side. But we kind of missed all that. There's a whole opportunity there of storytelling. Maybe because he couldn't afford enough badges. They only could afford 4 badges.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, even
they don't make those for free.
Even Super Priest guy didn't have one.
Yeah, but he wouldn't really need one, so I understand that.
He just has the power of. But yeah. So I'm guessing just for the purpose of this lesson, that because it's the only real scene that actually was in the church. Still laugh at Calvin's character. He's actually the funniest character. I don't know if he meant to be or not.
Yeah,
can we like jumping up and down? I'm like, fucking brilliant, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was pretty funny.
That's what you're born to do. Fucking keep doing that, son. But did they all have to remove? Was that the rule that had to remove the magic underpants so he could stir up their skirts? Even though they're all meant to be wearing like long. Because that's another thing about Amber's car. She's wearing her skirt above the knee. I thought that was illegal.
I mean, it would be if they were Mormons, but they're not.
But these are not Mormons because obviously they're not Mormons. Would have different rules.
Yeah,
about
that. Yeah, because otherwise, skirt that high, you'd definitely be seeing the bottom of her magical underwear.
But obviously, for us, that didn't exist in this branch of the church.
Yeah, thank God.
God, that guy was. He was so cliche. It was funny.
Oh yeah, no, he fit the mold of what you would expect that kind of person Like it was perfect. Like him and the guy that was beating off, like those.
Oh god, I was
reveal
about to bring him
characters,
up. That character,
and it was so perfect. Well, and then going through the credits, that shit was hilarious.
Oh yes,
At the end.
the post credit scenes.
It's just like a minute of just a close up on his mouth. It's like that's the scariest part of the entire fucking movie. Kudos.
Brilliant. That guy, I liked him. He was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Come on in, fucking just not giving a shit. Like,
yeah, that was funny as hell.
Wish he had survived. Actually,
what's that?
I wish he had survived.
Yeah.
What would have been brilliant if he was so creepy that they actually couldn't do it? They're like, no.
Right.
Just sailed. Oh god, no. And he would have been like, "What? Come back. You know, that would have been brilliant."
Mm-hmm.
But oh well, say the be. This is almost like porn acting, isn't it? Oh, we'll have to do some acting bits to get into the horror scene.
I can definitely see it that way.
Oh, God, I suppose we better do some dialogue. I'll throw some in right quick. When's the next fucking bloody scene?
Mm-hmm.
But back to friggin', because he's no character name. He's just fucking super priest or something on the credits.
Mm-hmm.
And even in the, you know, in the movie and on IMDb, it's like he's just known as a priest. But Super Brother, because did they think I said his name? Did they? But I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Couldn't catch it. But did the actor forget that he had tattoos?
Yeah, that was pretty funny. And that's, I mean, honestly, that's a pretty common thing with Mormons too, is like a lot of them are pretty well tattooed. They just fucking lie about it while they're at church.
Right, so they just gloss over the Leviticus 19:28, but you know, just shall not. Was it notes to the dead on your skin or scarification? So you can't like put notes to the dead. It's a weird passage.
I mean, it's the Bible, so it's all pretty fucking weird.
I don't know. It's just probably there's a few more, but that's like the main one that they'll all jump on. So it's funny. But yeah, just the fact that he's like, nah, we don't give a shit. Shirt opens, like you could have worn a vest underneath just to be. I know what you're trying to do, but if you were staying in character, you'd hide the tats. Because
I feel like that was within character because she didn't meet him up at like the church thing. Like that was a private residence. I thought like that was him in his own private domain. So it's like that's him at his most authentic. So I bought that aspect of it.
Oh, well, I think maybe because he's still wearing the white shirt and stuff. If he had been wearing like a dressing gown or, you know, a silky shirt, like a different one, but when he's technically still in his clothes, that's once again, I think it's a costume change, costume thing. The way they use the missionary outfits, and they're trying to show duplicity. That's where they need to do a costume change.
See, I don't know. You get that. I buy into it because it's like that one aspect change, like just one tiny aspect of it changes, and it's almost like revealing the person underneath. Like, I mean, it's very on the nose, but his shirt's open, so it's like we're exposing the real person underneath. So it's like I can understand not doing the costume change with him.
Like the scene where the mother comes in with Christian, and they're both in their missionary outfits, but essentially that this is my new girlfriend. That we're sitting talking about the word of God, you know, and his mother being an absolute rampant pervert would have probably left anyway. Oh, we're going to pray now, Mum. She would probably been out the door. So if that, you know, that's for him saying that them still being in costumes weird, and the story that's where it doesn't all tie together. If they weren't standing there in mystery outfits, you could get the these are beat up the sex games. Oh, it's your new girlfriend. Oh, you've got two girlfriends. You know, it would have made sense. The fact they're both still wearing their gear makes that whole story implausible.
I don't know. I still bought it.
Okay, maybe it's just me being nitpicky as usual. Yeah, I just it's certain things I just can't get my head around.
Mhm.
Like her good night at nighttime meeting the drug dealer and stuff. Like that's when she definitely should have changed costume.
At least taking the name badge off.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know, because like essentially she's trying to ultimately like be bait for a nefarious act type person. So it's like, would he still have approached her if she was dressed differently? I don't know.
Yeah, because if she had been dressed, girl about town sort of thing, more likely. Generally, people avoid when they see that, like missionary types and badges and stuff. People tend to go, nah, not in the mood for that, and veer off. Because in reality, if you saw that, they'd definitely report you to the authorities. So why are you going to invite that on yourself? You're not going to, it's... That's what I'm saying. There's certain times that should have been costume change. That's what I'm saying. Just didn't get, because it wasn't parody enough. You know what I mean? If the whole thing had been done as a parody, I would have got it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's this whole... I see he's trying to tell a story. He's trying to tell a serious story, but just it's once again, it's down to the delivery where it doesn't land. And that's where I'm, like I said, I can't put it into words what my disconnect is with the movies we've watched so far. But it's that bit of he's trying to play it straight, where he should just go full blown comedy parody type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was one thing that Jan and I were discussing when we were watching it, like specifically with the dude getting his tongue cut off. It's like there's two ways to play that. There's either like medically accurate, like the amount of blood, the amount of trauma that would happen from that, and then there's over the fucking top, like samurai movie type of blood explosions.
Yeah.
So it's like there's two ways to play that. You either do it accurate, or you do it so over the top it's ridiculous. And I mean, I understand it's the budgetary constraints with shit like that, but yeah, it's like you gotta play it one way or the other.
But I don't think it's even budgetary. Just a wee bit overhamming, like throwing the tongue up and squirty stuff. That to me wouldn't cost as much or much more than, because they already use a certain amount and they just had like weirdly foaming at the mouth. So that's what I said. That's the disconnect between. I think these movies need to be more hammy rather than less, like more into the ridiculousness. But it's like they're trying to play it straight.
Well, this one it towed the line of that, where it's like, because in my opinion, when you have next to no budget and you're doing just a goofy horror movie, like go just on the other side of reality. Like if you can just crank it up a little bit, always go a little bit more over the top than you should, because it makes people forgive any sort of shortcomings in the rest of the film because it's so campy. At least that's how.
It's the actor pill is the problem. Do you think it's just the actors that he has can't take it that next level?
I don't know. It's like the thing is, it's like you almost would have to see other things that they've been in outside of
7th Street,
working with 7th Street, just to see if it's direction and editing or if it's actually how they act. So that one's always a hard one, because editing, you can make somebody look like a really great actor that's a fucking wooden plank. And vice versa. You can make somebody that's amazing look like shit all throughout editing. So it's hard to say.
Yeah. I just don't have time to delve into the whole range of stuff, if that makes sense. No, might try and find something random that's not 7th Street and just pick one of the actors and see what they're like. Because there is that, that's where I'm having the problem. It needs to go up, like you said, it needs to go up in the hamminess.
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
They're trying to play it straight. And that's what's, I think, taken away from it. But one thing I did enjoy actually was Amber, like her spiraling further and further in the madness. Like she nailed that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially the drug scene. Like that was the sign of her end. When she's sitting there fucking doing rails and falling over and shit. Like that was her final moment. Like that was, she could either go back to the apartments and avoid this shit, or just, you know, pull the pin in that grenade.
Which you did.
Yeah, definitely did.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, finish up.
So how surprised were you with the end, with Christian, being the fucking murderer at the end? It's like, I knew
weird.
That's where that was going to go.
Kind of, yeah. I didn't think it would be like so flipped around. It was a bit over the top. Like such a 180. What I would have liked, here's my thing. If the cap coming back to his house, and trying to find something instead of kidnapping him, right? Because I had enough time to do the scenes. Mm-hmm. So instead of doing the kidnapping thing, right, throw that out the window and have him, they keep coming back going, there's something not right. We'll have to, because he said he's agnostic, so they're like, we can have him on board.
Mm-hmm.
But Amber's still looking for some reason to kill him, and that's the conflict, right? And he's doing the cutesy, and his mother's are, and then it turns out that he's like this Girl Scout. No, that's why I said if there had been every time they encountered, they keep bumping into more serial killers, and then he turned out to be a serial killer himself. That would have been cool, but the way it was done was just so ham-fisted that just 180. Oh, I was a hostage, so I was acting this. He had more than enough opportunity to overpower Martha on her own,
right,
and get away or call the police. He had more than enough opportunity, but he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So that flip.
I mean, I kind of get it, because like I feel like Amber's downward spiral wouldn't have happened. Well, either A, wouldn't have happened, or B, wouldn't have happened that fast if she had Martha there to kind of keep her level, because that's ultimately what that character is. Like Amber is just like, fuck this, fuck everybody, I'm going to send everybody to hell, where Martha's sort of the one that's sort of like the voice of reason, trying to keep Amber in check. Yeah, so I don't feel like that would have happened, like going to the drug dealer's house and getting all fucked up. Like I feel like if they would have gone, it would have been the whole, oh, let's read Bible passages, and then clearly they're fucking scumbags, so they just off them. So I think it would have been really different if Martha hadn't stayed with Christian.
Yeah, but like I said, the whole dynamics would have, there could have still been that bit, and to me it would have been, it was too quick, and it was like, it didn't fit in because there's more an opportunity for him to do it earlier.
Yeah, especially taking a nap.
Yeah. And I think it actually would have been better if he, what was it trying to? Yeah, if she fell in love with him and Amber killed him, and then she flipped and turned an Amber.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry, that was the last note. I was trying to, that's why I write stuff down, because it's freaking brain. No, if Amber had killed Christian, and then that was Martha flipping to become, I had a chance of true love, etc. Boom. That would have been better for me. It just, like I said, it just it's too quick. It would have a sudden reversal when there's no real build up to it. There's, yeah, I think I said that right.
Yeah, it's. I mean, that's really about it. And then the reveal at the end that she's now the new Amber, essentially.
And you even called herself Amber. I was like, okay. Didn't get that, like I said, didn't get that at all. There should have been, there's, maybe it is, yeah, there's bits missing. Like there's too many chunks out of the story. Maybe it's overanalyzing, but it's a simple premise. It doesn't need to be overcomplicated. So why all these bits? Yeah, but I didn't mention her just killing the Girl Scout. Or the album Scout. Just helps her clean up the body.
Out in the open, right?
Shoots her in the face. You're like, what is this?
That was fucking funny. I did enjoy that one.
After having the whole conversation about, that's going to bring that's going to bring everybody down on us by doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, just do it anyway. And
yeah, that I thought that was funny. It's like, hey, we could be friends now. Never mind, just kidding. Pop.
Yeah,
it's like you got potential. Pop. Yeah, that was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I should have laughed more than I did. I wanted to laugh a lot more in this movie.
Admittedly, I was pretty fucking stoned when I first started and watched like the first half of the movie, so I should have been laughing my ass off, and I was laughing a little bit, but not as much as I should have been.
Yeah, and that's the disappointing. I think that's a disappointing thing because saw the trailer. In fact, I was nearly about to commit sacrilege and review this on my own. Because I was trying to clear out my watch list. You know, I add stuff to my watch list and think, okay, right, time to start getting this stuff scheduled and actually review it. And then I was starting to pipe it in and saw Calvin's name. I'm like, oh shit, no, I can't do this on my own. That's not right. This is a joint effort.
Right? It's like we started together, we finished together, damn it.
Yeah. Well, keep going. Keep riding it out. That's where, because I actually got to the point of setting up a stream. I was typing it in, directed by, I'm like, oh, wait, hang on. And then that's when I messaged you, like, we got to do this by the end of the month because I was actually looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
Like, the trailer's really good.
Yeah, I didn't watch the trailer before I watched it. I just was like, fuck it, I'll see it as I see it.
No, because I watched it on Amazon, so it was, popped up the trailer anyway, so thought, why not? And it was actually like, oh, yeah, this is going to be the absolute parody of Not Mormons and stuff, you know what I mean? And we're going to have so much fun with that. And it just wasn't there.
I had fun.
Yeah,
like the thing is, it's fun to look at stuff like this to see how much someone has grown. Because again, this is one of the earlier 7th Street endeavors. So yeah, it's like it makes me just that much more excited to see like the later ones, like the Pillow Party
Massacre. I was going to say that's probably next on the list.
Yeah, that one's definitely next on the list.
I sort of suggested to Calvin that he remakes Necromantic. He's like, I was just thinking the same thing. I'm like, yeah.
That's funny.
Couldn't do any worse. So go for it, big lad. That'll be probably something you. Actually, that's something you probably improve.
Yeah,
weird Germans. Germans are weird.
Very much so. You love them. You love what they've done for art and stuff. But yeah, for all the good things they've done with cinema, they've also done a lot of bad things.
No, you go, but that's a completely different discussion.
Yeah, that's like a fucking a multi-part series discussing Germanic filmography from the beginning.
That would need its own channel.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, God,
we could start a whole podcast just on oh my God, Werner Herzog. Like one of the greats.
Fun times. But that's the whole time issue, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe one day, maybe we'll get bored with us and reach a point. It's like, okay, put it in hiatus and try something else for a bit. That could be an option. But yeah, overall, didn't hate the movie. No, I mean, I was chuckling a bit. I just didn't get any belly laughs. No, I didn't get any like burst out loud laughing. I was like, oh yeah, that's clever. I like that. I think that was part of my disappointment. Because I think this movie landed for the opportunity to just be bonkers and have some over the top stuff that would just have you like spilling on the floor, but didn't get it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it though, because I think he's got so much potential. Like the ingredients are there, and I hope that he gets that opportunity. I'm gonna get to enjoy this movie and go the movie of the future. And go, yeah, that's what we're waiting for, you fucker. Get in there.
Give him the proper time frame and a proper budget. I think we'd see magic.
I don't know. We did ask him about crowdfunding.
Yeah, but crowdfunding, it's like it's such a fucking joke anyways. Like unless you have private equity on top of the crowdfunding,
Yeah.
like it's like you're either going to have something that's micro budget or you're going to fucking lose like 10 years off your life from crowdfunding. So it's like I can understand the pluses, but I can also understand the negatives of trying to do that.
But he's in a lucky position, I think, because he has a studio. I mean, he has a distribution group. But maybe it's a contract. Maybe it's something we'll get him back on again. We can ask him. Yeah. Is there a way for him to supplement the budget prior to a movie coming out? Or is it just all done so wham bam, submit the script, right? You've got to go ahead. You've got like 2 weeks to do it. You know what I mean? Is there a chance for a project to be like, while he's doing these movies, have this one in the like planned 6 months ahead of time and get the fan base riled up about it and involved, as well as the studio being back in it? I don't know.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way. There's got to be a solution. I don't know. Just like again, just spitballing out loud. If you have any suggestions when you watch this video, folks, leave them in the comments. Positive, obviously, because that's what we're trying to do here. There's so much potential with independent creators, and it's all down to time and budget. And
100%.
And you know the guy produces good, so it's not like he's going to crowdfund and not produce a movie. And it's not like he doesn't have the connections and the ingredients are. So how can we get this guy forward? We need, and I think he needs that break. He needs that opportunity to not be under so much bloody time pressure and having to do everything on the back foot. Because I see it. I see the freaking potential there, and this is another frustrating movie. It's just like, God, just a week more. Fucking that, $1,000 more probably would have just made the difference.
Yeah, I mean that's fucking every movie out there, pretty much.
Yeah, well, no, because a lot of the mainstream shit can't.
Well, I mean, not mainstream. That goes without saying. Fuck them. Like anything,
they can't spend enough money on the stuff.
Yeah.
Fucking the shite they squeeze out's unreal.
Yeah. I think the last big studio film I saw that was worth a damn was the Barbie movie. That shit was gold.
I hear it's like parody. I was talking about it Wednesday actually on the role playing group, because we start off playing the game and then we devolve into little segments of fucking just talking shite. So I enjoy it. And Dave had seen it. He's like, it is a parody of the current culture. I don't know. Just
I thought it was fucking hilarious, but yeah, it's very. It's a movie that definitely has the pulse on, the current cultural climate.
I'm just tired of the culture wars, man. They're boring me.
This one, I would suggest it. It's fucking hilarious. It's almost 2 hours long. I had a smile on my face the entire time. Like, it was fucking funny.
Okay, mate. I might
Can't be worse than Underwater, right?
Well, okay, it's you bastard. You know what I mean? I think you get it. It's like, it's all the fuckers that torture me over found footage movies. Oh, watch this one, Colin. Like, they're all go make them squirm.
Yeah.
I love you anyway, dude. I think that's a good point to carry on. Yeah, there you go. Check out the movie anyway. If you watch it, let us know what you think. It'd be interesting to get your take on it, folks out there. And obviously, plenty of stuff going on the channel. We'll obviously be doing more shit. We've got another Clive Barker one coming up.
Fuck yeah.
That'll be another fun time. Getting near the end of that series. Actually, we've only a couple left to do.
I know, it's crazy. Like, thinking about it, it's like, man, I thought there was so much more.
Yeah, we've fucking just went through it like fucking rabid animals. Like, more.
I mean, it's just like reading his books.
Yep. So there you go, folks. Keep up the channel. Do the typey clicky things. And until next time. Yeah, I'm bringing these teeth in for a horse. Keep it creepy.
Keep
it
it
horrific.